threes in game one. And then secondarily, when we do get him in the half court, we have to do an unbelievable job at being able to chase him off of those screens that UConn loves to run for him, pin downs and staggers and zoom actions and things of that nature. We know he's flying off the shoot, so we have to be there on the catch and take away that rhythm three.
Lastly, Mike, a lot of the Butler people are wearing these powder blue T-shirts tonight. Why?
So it's a great honor in recognition of Andrew Smith, who was a Butler great, played on 2 Final Four teams here, unreal player.
Including against UConn.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, unreal player, unreal person. I never got the chance to get to know him personally, but I watched from afar. And tragically, he passed in 2016 of cancer. And so his wife has done an unbelievable job at raising awareness to bone marrow transplants and getting people signed up to help cancer patients. So we're really excited to come out tonight and play hard in his honor.
Hats off to Butler for doing that. Thanks very much, Mike.
All right, thank you, Wayne.
Mike Pegues, assistant coach with Butler. Up next, head coach of the Huskies. Dan Hurley talks to Mike Crispino from Brown, Panderas, and Scott. This is UConn basketball on Learfield.
Big news. M&T Bank is the official bank of UConn. And that means we're also the official bank of... and the official bank of...
Good morning, everybody. Please take your seats.
And most certainly the official bank of... At M&T Bank, we're the teammate that shows up. Whether it's courtside, in the classroom, or out in the community, we're so proud to officially be part of UConn Nation. M&T Bank, the official bank of UConn. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Mike Monaco.
And Chrissy Monaco. You know, champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask UConn's Alex Caravan and Ashlyn Shade. They count on Monaco Ford for performance, reliability, and a team that's got their back.
From the tough F-150 to the versatile Explorer and the thrilling Mustang, we've got the lineup built for winners.
Visit us in Glastonbury or Niantic today.
Or start your deal online at MonacoFord.com.
That's MonacoFord.com.
Heard from Bridgeport to Willimantic. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
Decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds. Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, and the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's time to check in with UConn head coach Dan Hurley. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Make your move. Live your life. Connect with the top orthopedic specialists at oahct.com. With the coach, here's Mike Crispino.
Dan, if someone said to you back in September the schedule you put together, you'd be 22-2 right now after 18 straight wins, would you have taken that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would have taken it. I wouldn't have been thinking about it because you just really focus on the next game. But, yeah, I mean, we're in a good spot. But, you know, tonight's obviously every game we play from here on out is very important.
Only 2 times this year you've had to play after a loss. So how much psychology, how much physically correcting the mistakes of the last game do you have to do prepping for this one?
Yeah, I mean, both. You know, both. You're you know, obviously there's a level of frustration with the things you did that caused you to lose. And then, you know, so there's whatever stage that is, grieving or lashing out at each other over what you know, what caused the failure. And then you got to move on and get ready for the next game because you can't let, you know, one loss become 2.
Are wake-up calls in February okay, but not in March?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a wake-up call or just there's things that you need to do. I don't think the team showed up and, you know, sleptwalked through the game. It's just there's certain things you got to do every single night when you step on the court. And, you know, if you don't do those things, you become vulnerable.
Solo Terrace, Alex, all preseason Big East first-teamers. You get 6 regular season games left after this. Do they have to live up to that or, better that for you to be successful down the stretch?
Well, I just think collectively, the whole group, the strength of this team was always the depth, and there's a lot of balance. And, you got to be able to rebound free throws. You got to be able to make free throws. You got to take care of the ball. You can't be a one-dimensional player. You got to play both ends of the court. You got to get on the backboard. You got to be tough. You got to be smart. And you got to play like a winner.
First time against Butler, Husky D was pretty tough, bottled up the high-scoring Finley Bizjack. How'd you do that, and is that a goal here tonight?
Well, I think we did a good job. Sometimes got some lucky on some other things that he just ended up missing, but they move him around a lot. He uses ball screens, he moves around off the ball. He's very smart. He's a very creative, athletic player. We've got to take the three-point line away from him and keep him off the foul line.
And Michael Ajayi, 15 times has had double-doubles this year. Is his rebounding or his scoring more bothersome, troublesome, or worrisome?
Yeah, they're connected. He's a great offensive rebounder. He's a bully driver. And he's a guy that he's got to see bodies when he puts it on the floor. As much shooting as they'll put out there around him, he's got to see bodies. You can't just leave him on an island.
And the keys to getting back on the winning track here tonight. It's going to be obviously a road game, going to be tough.
Yeah, tough. Just got to defend. We got to get back to, playing great defense. We gave up 60% in the second half of the last game, which really cost us. But we got to really, our defense has to sustain us. Obviously we got to take care of the ball. We've been shooting it really well, but the turnovers have been costly.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right, that's Dan Hurley. We'll be back starting lineups, Butler and UConn, here from Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, next on Learfield.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconnhealth.org.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Husky men's basketball returns in 60 seconds. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Home of the 6-time national champions. This is UConn Huskies men's basketball.
Carabin on the right wing. Dumps down to Ryba. Ryba lays it in right-handed. And Todd Golden's got to stop the bleeding.
Play-by-play coverage of today's game is sponsored by Laz Fly Airport Parking. We've got lots to offer. Lippincott Van Lines, the definition of moving excellence. M&T Bank. Proud to be the official bank of the UConn Huskies and a leader in small business loans in Connecticut. SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of UConn basketball. Find tickets to UConn games and more. SeatGeek. UConn Health, delivering care that changes the game for Husky athletes and for everyone. Xerox, delivering top-tier workplace tech solutions from advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. And by WFSB. Trust Connecticut's largest, most experienced team of meteorologists. The First Alert Weather Team. Only on Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Caravan drives inside on Chinulu. Put it up and in. Oh, a runner by Alex. That's huge.
We're minutes away from tip-off. Let's go to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location. Alongside Wayne Norman, here's Mike Crispino.
From Hinkle Fieldhouse, time for the starting lineups. Brought to you by M&T Bank, proud to be the official bank of the UConn Huskies and a leader in small business loans in Connecticut. For UConn, coached by Dan Hurley, Solo Ball is a 6'4" guard, a junior from Leesburg, Virginia. Silas Demery Jr., 6'4" guard, a junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Terrace Reed, 6'11" center, a senior from St. Louis, Missouri. Alex Caravan, a 6'8" forward, a redshirt senior from Southborough, Mass. And Braylon Mullins, a 6'6" guard, a freshman from Greenfield, Indiana. For Butler, coached by Thad Mata, their starting lineup includes Evan Haywood. He is a 6'4" guard, a sophomore from Carmel, Indiana. Ifosa Oliagu is a guard, a freshman, 6'6", 220. He's from Ontario, Canada. Michael Ajahe is from Kent, Washington. He's a grad forward at 6'7", 235. Finley Bizjack, a junior guard, 6'4", 190. He's from Trophy Club, Texas. And Drayton Jones is their center. He's a junior, 6'11", 250 from Houston, Texas. We'll be back. More X's and O's from Wayne Norman. We continue from Brown Plain, Harrison Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Listen closely. Did you hear that? That's the sound of employees being productive. They're so efficient because they partnered with Xerox to manage workplace technology. From advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions, our local experts ensure your business runs smoothly. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. Xerox. We make work work.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the UConn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the UConn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This is UConn men's basketball. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location.
Butler was picked 10th in the preseason Big East poll, but the Bulldogs did beat Virginia early in the year. They're number 15 this week. They lost 4 starters from last year's 15-20 team that lost twice to UConn, but the returnee is 6'4" junior guard Finley Bizjack, who who's their leading scorer. He's been hot lately, and the addition of Gonzaga transfer Michael Ajayi has been huge. He leads the Big East in rebounding, has 15 double-doubles. They lost to UConn 79-60 in Hartford in December. They have good size up front, and they get to the line a lot. Keys for UConn tonight. Number 1, rebound. Dominate the war on the boards. Butler's second in the Big East in rebounding margin, thanks in large part to Ajayi, and they're a great offensive rebounding team. But they got beaten on the boards at UConn 47-29. Ajayi had 19 rebounds Saturday at Marquette. Key number 2, contain Bizjack, especially from three-point range, and don't buy his shot fakes. He's averaged 27 points a game in the last 2 games. He only scored in single-digit in one Big East game this year. It was against UConn. And number 3, Coach Hurley looking for improved ball security after Friday's 15-turnover game at St. John's. And how about bench production? UConn had just 6 bench points on Friday. Jaden Ross had a big game off the bench in that first Butler game. The keys to the game are brought to you by Sullivan Automotive Group, where Braylon Mullen shops. Drive like a champion with Sullivan Automotive. 8 brands and 4 locations in Torrington and Avon. Online at sullivanautomotive.com.
All right, thank you, Wayne. UConn and Butler getting set to tip it off. Pat Driscoll, Jeff Clark, Tim Clockerty are the officials tonight. The opening tip presented by Trantolo and Trantolo. Don't fight solo. Trantolo and Trantolo, Connecticut's personal injury attorneys. Butler in their home white, trimmed in dark blue. Butler across their chest. UConn switching it up, Wayne, for the first time in a while, going with the UConn across their chest, not the old school Connecticut. The blue road jerseys trimmed in white. Reed will jump against Drayton Jones, and UConn wins it. They'll move left to right, shoot at the basket where the Butler bench is, and solo ball. Right wing starts to his left with a left hand, dribbling a handoff to Demery, spins around the screen, dumps down low to Reed. Reed, block shot, lost it, and they call a jump. And it will be a held ball, and it will go Butler's way. That time, Silas could have shot it, but he gave it up to Terrace, and Reed got doubled immediately and tied up, and the Huskies lose the ball.
Well, it hurt also that Terrace bobbled the initial pass and never quite regained it.
Efoso Oleagu is in the backcourt. He hands it to Fizjack on the right sideline, who starts right. He's guarded by Demery. Out front, it comes to Drayton Jones. Down along the baseline, the ball in the hands of Ajayi. Back out front to Bizjack. They work it right. Down low on the double team. Ajayi charges into the rim and lost the ball on the way up. Demery comes up with it. Now Caravan on the right wing. Back to Demery. Top of the arc. Back to Caravan. In near corner, it's Braylon Mullins. Almost lost it. Gets it back to Caravan. And Mullins on the right wing will kick it back. 15 seconds to shoot. Demery starts to his right, charges into the paint, gives to Mullins. A long 3 by Mullins. Missed. Caravan got the rebound, and he banked it in. So Caravan, excellent offensive rebounder for the Huskies, puts it back up and in. He's got 47 offensive rebounds on the season, second to Terrace Reed.
14 of his last 24 rebounds on the offensive glass after the air ball by Mullins.
All right, 2-0. UConn leads. Here is Evan Haywood, and a kick out to Fizjack on the left wing. Ajayi working on Caravan. Ajayi lost it. Demery dives on it, gives it to Caravan up front to Ball. Ball front court right. Now gets it back between the rings. Ball starts to his right. A little scoop handoff to Demery. And Demery Jr. starts to his right. Still outside the arc. Picked up on a switch by Haywood. They get it to Ball on the right wing. Ball back to Demery, and he trips on the way in. It's loose, picked up by Butler, and here they come. Fizjack in front court left, guarded by Mullins. Spins right off a screen, top of the arc, and Mullins is called for holding Ajayi off that switch. So I don't know, Silas Demery lost his footing down there in the front court in the most recent possession.
Well, the lane was wide open. He was going to attack, and maybe like he did Friday at St. John's, finish it off with a dunk, but instead he turned it over for UConn's first turnover. Key defensive matchup in this game will be Caravan on Bizjack.
They get it to Bizjack, who spins right on Demery. Pulls up, doesn't shoot it. Hands it back outside on the right sideline to Evan Haywood. Haywood guarded by Mullins, who just got a foul called against him. They get it in the corner to Oleagaglu, and he knocks down the jumper. And Butler has a 3-2 lead, 2 minutes and a half into the first half. Demery front court right, on the right sideline at the hash in front of the Butler bench. Out front to Ball. Ball with a handoff to Mullins. Mullins on the left sideline, out front to Caravan. Right sideline, Demery. Demery one bounce down low to Reed. He spins on the big man. They double him. He lost it. He regains it. He gets it to Caravan, but stepping out of bounds was Reed. Now, we've seen this in the St. John's game, Wayne, and we've seen it here. They are going to double Reed and get the ball out of his hands, and he's had trouble finding the open man. That time he turned it over.
Well, he has passed pretty well the last 8 games or so, averaging over 2 assists per game, but he nearly stepped to the baseline once in the St. John's game Friday, too.
Here's Bizjack. High post handoff to Drayton Jones. They work on the right sideline. Haywood dumps it down low to Jones. Jones with a left-hand hook goes in. And Butler leads it 5-2. Demery front court right on the right wing and a handoff to Ball. Ball outside the arc. Kicks it out front to Demery Jr. He starts to his right, gives back to Reed. Reed with a handoff to Ball. Ball, little 15-foot pull-up is good, straight away. UConn back within 1, 5-4. Good to see that. Mid-range ball jumper going in.
And he had the career-high 26 against Butler first time around, but significantly late in that game is when he fell and hurt his wrist. His shooting hasn't been as good since that game.
And a timeout has been called by Michael Ajayi. He couldn't get the ball in. Caravan was running a one-man press, and he forced him to call the timeout. So Butler burns the 30-second timeout right there. 5-4 early as UConn has made 2 of their first 4 shots. Huskies coming in at 22-2, ranked 6th in most of the polls starting this week. They have Georgetown at home on Saturday at Gamble. There are 2 games for the week. Butler's dropped 4 in a row. 3 of those came on the road. They were 8-2 when they came to Hartford for the first meeting, the Big East opener, and they have dropped 9 of 14 since that loss to UConn.
They shot just 30% in Hartford in that game, while UConn shot 57%. Of course, Huskies have been red hot from the floor lately anyway, as they have shot 55% in the last 2 games coming in. I mentioned the Caravan on Bizjack defensive matchup, and right after I said that, UConn switched off and it went to Demery. So we'll see if they change looks on Bizjack, who's been 27 points a game in the last 2. He's been lights out for the last month.
I think that's a good idea to kind of switch it up. Don't give him the same look. You know, Huskies put full court pressure on, and Bulldogs able to inbound it to Oleagu. He has it between the rings, straight away, left front court, kicks it right to Ajayi. Caravan in front of him. He's outside the arc. Back out front to Oleagu, who tries to blow by ball, and he does. Dumps it down low, and a layup is good by Drayton Jones. Good penetration. His ball got beat off the dribble. 7-4, 4 minutes in, Butler leads. Ball front court right, out near the timeline. Skips it left to Demery Jr. Demery Jr. back to his left, gives to Mullins. Mullins with a stop-and-go move and a floater, and out and doesn't go in, but Reed tipped it in with a left hand. What a play by Terrace Reed on the offensive glass in between 2 white jerseys. 7-6 Butler.
2 of UConn's first 3 field goals, offensive rebound putbacks.
All right, Bizjack between the rings, the pick and roll to Jones all the way to the basket, and Caravan fouled him. So right now, Drayton Jones and the Bulldogs are getting to the rim. They lead at 7-6 early, and a timeout under 16 minutes with 15:34 to go. It's 7-6 Butler. Husky Hoops brought to you in part by UConn Health. We're delivering care that changes the game for Husky athletes and everyone. From Brown Paint, Darris, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
There's something new to cheer about. Introducing the exclusive M&T Bank UCONN debit and credit card collection. Pick your favorite design and pay like a champion. To open an account or upgrade your current card, visit mtb.com/UCONN or stop by an M&T Bank branch near you. M&T Bank, the official bank of UCONN. Member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association.
Hey, Husky fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley-Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. Let's go, Huskies! SeatGeek.
The UConn Huskies are on the air. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location.
Listen during our broadcast for our Dime of the Game, presented by Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman, Alex Green, our engineer, courtside next to the UConn bench here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, one of the great old barns in the entire country. And it seats 9,100 tonight. Looks like they sold every seat. They've had some trouble averaging just over 7,000 a game. That's about 78% of capacity. Butler's been struggling. They're 13-11. They're 4-9 in the conference. At one point earlier in the year, it looked like they might have a shot to run at an NCAA bid, but they're going to have to finish strong to get that done.
Well, of course, some of those fans in the stands are Braylon Mullins' friends and family. His hometown of Greenfield, Indiana, is about 25 minutes east of here. He brought a lot of people a couple hours south of Cincinnati for the Xavier game. He had a big game in that one, too. Shot really well. And there's a fair amount of Mullins fan club people here also. Huskies 3 for 6 to start things off, but Butler is 3 for 4, including a pair of layups inside by Drayton Jones. And that first field goal of the game by Ifosa Oliagu was a three-pointer. He was 1 for 7 from the floor from three-point range on the season, 1 for 5 in Big East games. It left open from the left baseline. He drained a three-pointer to make it 3-2 Butler at that point. Huskies were so dominant on the glass the first time these teams played, 47-29. And after 4.5 minutes of the game today, UConn has 4 rebounds, 2 by Reed, and Butler has none. In fact, 3 of UConn's 4 rebounds are offensive rebounds.
Mullins has been a star, of course, in Indiana as a high schooler. He did play in this building twice on weekend AAU-type tournaments. They fixed the clock at 15:22 is where it's at right now because 12 seconds came off the clock when it shouldn't have. So it'll be Butler on the line, Drayton Jones. This is a team that has really shot the ball well from the free throw line and a lot. They're just over 70%, which isn't great, but they've had 239 more attempts than their opponents as the first one goes in by Drayton Jones, who averages 7 points a ball game.
Eric Rabb is in the game. Common substitution after the first media timeout, 4+ minutes in. Reed, who got beaten a couple times by Jones in this first half, but Ryba comes off the bench.
And Jones has 6 points. He averages 7 on the season, so he could be a problem here tonight. Jamie Kaiser Jr., a freshman forward, has come in for Butler as Mullins handles the ball on the perimeter on a handoff to Demery. Demery on the right wing, back to Ryba. Ryba top of the arc, holds the ball and kicks back to Demery on the left wing. Silas to the cutting ball, and Solo's jumper is good. It's a 3-ball, and Solo ties it at 9 with that one. He looked good. He's able to square his shoulders up and knock it down. Here's Butler, front court left. It's in the hands of Kaiser. Foul line extended. Pump it down low to Johan Traore. He's working on Ryba. He kicks it back left to Kaiser Jr. Now Traore attacks the rim on Ryba, and the ball goes out of bounds. They say it is Butler's ball. I guess Ryba got a piece of it. Tough to see, even though we are close to it.
Yeah, they gave Ryba a block on that play, but he blocked it out of bounds.
All right, so the inbound will come to our left from Ifosa Oliagu.
There's the first rebound of the game for Butler.
Dan Hurley's going to ask for a review here. to see if the ball was knocked out by UConn.
Yeah, immediately after that call, he jumped up and down. He thought that should have gone UConn's way. From where I sit, which is about 5 feet away from where Dan Hurley is, I kind of thought that Ryba knocked it out, but there might have been some contact after that block shot.
Well, the good news about having 3 officials is you should get the right angle on that one. You got an official under the basket, you got one outside on the perimeter at the hash mark, and you got another across the court left away from that ball. Having 3 officials, it usually works out that somebody's going to get a great look at it, but Dan Hurley's going to take a shot here and see if he can turn it over and get possession of the ball.
Huskies already 3 turnovers, 1 by Demery and 2 by Terrace Reed. Might have been a factor also in why he came out after that first timeout. Those 9 turnovers by Silas Demery, 9 of the 15 against St. John's on Friday night, were the most turnovers by a UConn player since Jalen Adams had 10 in a loss in Maui to Oklahoma State, 98-90. He had 6 turnovers in the first 5 minutes. UConn fell behind big, made a late charge, and Adams had 34 points in that game, but he did have the 10 turnovers, but that was a major issue.
The challenge is successful, according to the official.
Dan Hurley's eyes better than mine.
Pat Driscoll, so he does not lose a timeout. Thad Mata wants an explanation, and now Pat Driscoll over to explain it. So UConn will get possession. The game tied at 9, 14:39 remaining in the first half. UConn and Butler. Huskies overall in their history, 40 years in the Big East, over 500 on the road, 172-161. Looking to add to that tonight. We're just underway. Here's Demery Jr., top of the arc. Starts right. Back to his left behind the screen of Caravan. Gets it to Ryba on the high post right. Ryba, a little scoop hand off the ball. Ball behind the screen of Ryba. Jump shot by Solo, no good. Tipped by Mullins. Ryba got it, and he tipped it in. Second effort by Ryba. So the Huskies again attacking the basket. 7 rebounds to none right now by Butler. Jalen Stewart set to check in. Here are the Bulldogs. Bizjack outside the arc. He's being hounded by Demery. Tries to turn the corner. He does. He pulls up. He gives it to Oleagu, who lays it in to tie the game at 11. 13:50 left in the first half. Demery Jr. front court right. Starts over a screen by Caravan, back to his right. Now he backs away with a left-hand dribble, gives it to Caravan. Caravan turns and fires a 3, short, tipped in again, and I think it was Mullins this time. UConn's had 3 tipped offensive rebounds, and they have the lead 13-11. It was Mullins. Oleagu on a blow-by, over ball, no good. Rebound, Caravan, outlet ball. Ball sprints to the front court on the left sideline, front court right, kicks back to Mullins. Mullins high arcing, 3 is good, a moon ball from the rookie. And UConn's lead is 16-11. 13 minutes to go here in the first.
Biggest lead for the Huskies early on. Second assist by Demery.
Oleagu starts right. Guarded by Ball. Kicks it to Bizjack. Bizjack puts it on the floor. Pick and roll down low. And a dunk by Traore. Huskies could not guard the pick and roll that time, and Traore made them pay. 16-13 UConn. 12:45 to go in the first. Front court right, Demery behind the screen of Ryba. Drives it left, back outside. Has to get it to Mullins on the left sideline. Mullins another 3, no good front rim. And a foul called on Caravan. And that is 2 on Alex. And so Jalen Stewart was going to come in and substitute here, and he's going to have to come in for Caravan.
Alex doesn't commit many fouls, but this is the second straight game he's picked up 2 early fouls. He had 4 in the St. John's game. He rarely gets 4 personal fouls.
Well, he's rarely off the floor and leads the Big East in minutes, over 33 a game. And UConn not used to playing without Caravan on the floor. Here's Stewart. He's guarding Ajahe. Front court left. Traore, top of the arc. With a handoff to Bizjack, who spins it right. Gets it in the hands of Kaiser Jr., who attacks inside. Mullins strips him. And it's off of Mullins.
Boy, a lot of contact.
It will be Butler ball.
A lot of contact, and Mullins is playing with 1 foul. That could have been number 2 on him. Huskies might have gone to break.
Jaden Ross is going to come in and substitute. Let's see who he's coming in for. It's going to be Mullins, I believe.
Ross had one of his best games of the year the first time these teams played. His season high was 13. He had 11 in December against Butler.
All right, Jackson Keith is going to inbound the ball, and he gets it into Bizjack, top of the arc. Bizjack dribble penetration into the paint. Scoop, up and good. Bizjack gets Butler within 16-15, but his first basket of the night. All right, Demery, left to right. Across the timeline, top of the arc, between the rings. Looking left, gives it up to Ross. Ross at the hash, left sideline, starts right. Ross now kicks it right to Ball. Ball outside the arc right to Stewart. Stewart back to Ball. Ball behind the screen of Ryba. Jumper, no good. Off the rim left. Rebounded by Jahe. He attacks the left side of the front court, attacking Demery. Drives inside. Kicks it back outside. A three ball is good by Jamie Kaiser Jr. And Butler gets the lead back 18-16. Ross front court right. Guarded right now by Kaiser Jr. He gives it up to Demery Jr. Starts left. Off the screen of Ryba. Silas with a jumper. No good front rim. Tipped by Ross. And rebounded by Johan Traore. Front court left quickly. Butler. Jamie Kaiser Jr. on a blow-by on Ross. The kick to the big man. And a missed shot and a late whistle. As Traore tried to dunk it. And there was some contact, and with Butler leading by 2, we go to the timeout. 18-16, 10:55 to go in the first half. Eric Ryba will be called for the foul. Coverage of the Huskies brought to you by Brown, Penderas, and Scott, the proud full-service law firm partner of UConn men's and women's basketball. With BPS Lawyers, you get more than a lawyer. You get a full-service law firm from Brown, Penderas, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's not just by providing banking services, though we're very good at that. We pride ourselves in giving back in ways that go beyond banking. Acts that range from serving on local boards to neighborhood food pantries. Our employees do so not because they have to, but willingly because they care. If your current banking relationship is leaving you wanting a little more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Fight on, Connecticut. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
On the go, want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. They got some new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the free Varsity Network app now.
Meanwhile, at Gamble, it's UConn's women leading Creighton at halftime, 42-24. It's close after one quarter. 19-14, but a 23-10 advantage for UConn in the second quarter. Who else leads but Sarah Strong? She's back after missing one game. 14 first-half points. AZ Fudd has 11 for the Huskies, shooting 50% as a team, and Creighton shooting 31%. Meanwhile here, Butler shooting 64% in the first half, 7 of 11, as UConn is now down to 44% after missing their last 3 shots. And Huskies have taken a lot of threes early on in the game. 16 overall shots, 8 of those are threes. Made a couple early, but they're now 2 for 8 from three-point range. Butler doing some damage in the paint. They've gotten some guys open inside. They've also done some damage getting UConn players in foul trouble. Caravan got his second foul at the 12:33 mark, and UConn hasn't scored since. Right after he went out, Butler scored 7 straight points.
Traore made the first free throw. Now the second one is up, and that one's good. So Butler, 4 for 4 on the line. UConn is yet to go to the free throw line. It'll be Ball, Demery, Stewart, Reed back in, and Ross for the Huskies, who trail by 4, their biggest deficit.
9-0 run.
20-16. Demery, right wing, starts back to his left and gives to Reed. Takes a hand off behind the screen of Reed. It's Demery to the basket. Hangs in the air, missed the shot. Reed missed the putback. Ross put it in. Well, let's see. I don't think they're getting the basket. I think they're getting a foul before the tip in by Jaden Ross.
I was going to say that I thought I heard the whistle well before that shot went off. And so they call a block, but instead it's a foul.
Reed on the line. Free throw up and good. 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to UConn men's basketball on Learfield by Brown, Penderis, and Scott. Reed's second one up, and that one's good. So the Huskies back within 2, 20-18.
He'd gone 5 for 17 the prior 4 games, so 2 for 2 for Reed is a big deal.
You had to mention that, didn't you? 5 for 17. Wow.
It ends the 9-0 run.
That's ugly. All right, it's Butler, front court left. UConn puts some pressure on. They nearly turn it over. And here's Bizjack driving into the paint and giving it up to Ajayi, who dunks. So shooting over 65% right now. Butler leading 22-18. So they're blowing by the Huskies on the perimeter and then giving it up to the bigs for easy dunks. 8 of 12 from the field by the Bulldogs. This is Malachi Smith to Ross on the left sideline at the hash. Ross out front to Stewart. Down low to Reed, and Reed's being held. And a foul is called on Drayton Jones. And so the Huskies get a little bit of a break there. Just the second foul on Butler.
Butler had been doing it early on without their 2 big guns, Bizjack and Ajayi, but now those 2 guys have hit field goals in the last couple of minutes during this 11-2 run.
All right, Ball will inbound to our right on the baseline across from the Butler bench. UConn in their road blue, UConn across the chest. And there's a little delay as Tim Clockerty's getting an earful right now from Thad Mata. The man who's been to 2 Final Fours in his career. And they get it into Ross, and it's taken away by Ajayi. And on a breakout, the shot is blocked. And they give a bucket to Butler. Not sure who got a hand on it. It might have been Ross, might have been Stewart. So Butler's got things going in their direction. They lead by 6, 24-18 now.
Bottom line is on the fast break after the steal, it was Jackson Keith who finished it off. He got the foul on that last play that put Reed at the line.
Mullins back in, Ball out. So Ross, Malachi Smith, Mullins, Reed, and Stewart. So only 2 starters in for the Huskies. They trail by 6. Here's Smith to Mullins. Corner jumper by Mullins. In and out, no good. And a rebound by Butler. But stepping on the baseline was Ajayi, and UConn will get it back. So Mullins from outside, 2 for 7. 1 of 4 from 3. UConn 2 of 9 from 3 so far.
And rebounding 11-3 Huskies. 8 offensive rebounds.
Malachi going to inbound to our right on the baseline. And he looks to get it in. He gets it into Reed at the high post left. Back out front to Malachi. Smith fires left to Mullins. Mullins drives left and kicks it back to Malachi. Gets it back. They go down low to Reed. Reed double teamed immediately. He finds the open man. It's Malachi Smith for a jumper, and it's a 3-ball, and it's good. Now that's what you got to do if you're a big man. Read the double, find the open man, and UConn within 3, 24-21. Ajayi front court left, guarded by Stewart. Gives it up to Bizjack on the right sideline. Bizjack, steal by Reed, knocked that out of bounds into the front row. And it'll be Butler basketball with 17 to shoot, 9:03 to go in the first. A 3-point Butler lead.
Huskies have really become three-point happy. 5 of their last 6 shots have been three-pointers. Malachi Smith had been one of his last 4 before in that open look from Reed.
10 of their 19 field goal attempts from three-point range. Here's Bizjack. Spins left, can't get the shot off. Instead, he kicks it over to Keith. The three-pointer no good on the right wing. Rebounded by Mullins. Outlet Smith, front court right. Smith top of the arc. Backs away, gives to Reed at the high post. Reed directing traffic. Holds it there. Gives it over to Stewart. Stewart spins right. Goes to the basket. Hangs in the air. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Reed. Reed got blocked and he's fouled. So UConn attacking the glass, and it's a good thing. They have out-rebounded their opponents 9-3. They still trail by 3 after Butler made 4 of their last 5 field goal attempts. It'll be Reed on the line to shoot 2.
Butler's third in the Big East in rebound margin, plus 4.2. But in Big East games, minus 1.5. And UConn's rebounding edge the first time these teams plays a role, 47-29. And UConn's doing the same thing on the glass tonight at Hinkle.
All right, Reed made the first.
He's 3 for 3.
And Oliagu will come in and stand on the free throw line to his left. 2-point game, Butler leading. Reed, off the left rim, no good. Just missed it. And rebound by Butler. So, Efosa Oliagu, guarded by Malachi Smith, across the timeline right to left. Out front, they give it to Bizjack. Bizjack starts to his left, a stop and go, being guarded by Ross. Step back jumper. Oh, he pinned it against the board. And the possession arrow goes UConn's way. So Bizjack having trouble with UConn's defense. They've been pretty solid against him so far. He's had trouble even getting shots off.
Huskies had 6 bench points Friday at St. John's. They've already got 5, but a key bench role is Ross, who's done a good job denying the ball from Bizjack.
Now here's Stewart, and he fired it down low to Reed. He was being held, but no foul is called. It's a turnover. And Demery will come in for Stewart.
5 turnovers on the Huskies. Reed thought he was being held by Drayton Jones, and to be honest, I agree with Reed.
He couldn't sell it, though. He just couldn't sell it well enough. Butler inbounds the ball. Efosa Oliagu, who's been handling a lot in this one, dribbles across the timeline right to left. He's guarded by Malachi Smith. He's got a big advantage, 6'6" against 6'1". Long jumper, good. It's a 3 from the left wing by Evan Haywood, who gives his team a 27-22 lead. They're 3 of 4 from 3. Here's Malachi Smith on the right wing. Ball looking to check in. Malachi fires it left. Mullins, open jumper. That one's good. He rattled it home. Braylon the kid. You come back within 2, 27-25. Mullins with 8. Oliagu front court left, guarded by Malachi Smith. Trying to post him up. Pounds it down left. A long jumper. Back rim no good. That one from Haywood. Tried to knock down 2 in a row. Here comes Demery on a run out to Ross on the right wing. Ross down low to Reed. They double team him. Get the ball in his hands. But he keeps the dribble. Now he's isolated. Gives it up to Malachi Smith on the right wing outside the arc. Malachi back to his right with the dribble. Now back to his left, up a screen by Reed. Looking for help. Gives it up out front to Reed. They're down to 4. Ross has got to put it up. He does. Good. It's a 3-ball by Ross. And he was under pressure by Bizjack. And he gives UConn a lead, 28-27. So Ross has been shooting the ball better from 3 of late.
5 of his last 7 before that, Mick.
And on the season, 38%. Here's Oliagu. Down low, they get it to Jones, and he lays it in. He's fouled by Reed. UConn defensively is getting pierced in the paint, and Kamani Young is out there to get on Terrace Reed about that one. You can't let that happen. And Braylon Mullins as well. The pick and roll starts out front on the perimeter, and if you don't defend it correctly, you're going to have your trouble. Butler leading 29-28 at the timeout.
First foul on Reed.
6:23 to go in the first. The Jeep President's Day sales event back, and so are the great deals on the legendary Jeep brand lineup. Hurry into your Hartford, New Haven Jeep brand dealer today. From Brown Paint, Darris, and Scott, the Huskies trail by 1 at Butler. 6:23 to go in the first. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Last Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Last Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Last Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn Athletics.
Hey, it's Mike Monaco.
And Chrissy Monaco. You know, champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask UConn's Alex Caravan and Ashland Shade. They count on Monaco Ford for performance, reliability, and a team that's got their back.
From the tough F-150 to the versatile Explorer and the thrilling Mustang, we've got the lineup built for winners.
Visit us in Glastonbury or Niantic today.
Or start your deal online at MonacoFord.com.
That's MonacoFord.com.
Play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball rolls on. Now, let's go back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location.
Discover Dean Cabinetry. Trusted for 25 years. Stock custom and semi-custom kitchens built for your budget. Scheduled today at DeanCabinetry.com. A proud local sponsor of the UConn Sports Network. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, one of the great venues for college basketball. We've been lucky this year, Wayne. We got to go to Kansas again, and back here at Hinkle with UConn playing 2 games against each opponent in the Big East Conference. Not many conferences have that anymore. Certainly the Power Fours don't. With 18 teams in a conference, 16 teams, you don't get to play a team 2 games, one at your place, one at their place. But in the Big East, you got to come on the road to face a team you have at home.
Well, if you've seen the movie Hoosiers, you've seen Hinkle Fieldhouse. Of course, Gene Hackman, a star of that movie, just passed away a couple of months ago under tragic conditions. They spent a lot of time at the replay machine, apparently to look at Jaden Ross's kind of broken play 3-pointer a moment ago. The score hasn't changed, so I guess they said his foot was behind the line. But after that 28-27 score in favor of UConn, Jones got a layup, and he drew the foul on Terrace Reed, so he will go back to the free throw line as Drayton Jones has been a weapon. He's got 8 points to lead Butler so far, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the line where he's standing right now.
And when the season began, I don't think many people said, well, Jaden Ross is going to shoot close to 40% from 3, and that's where he is right now. He's playing about 16 minutes a game. The free throw goes in, and it's 30-28. Butler with the lead, 6:23 left here in the first. 3-point play. Jones has 9. Here's ball on the left sideline. Down low to Stewart, and he is fouled by Jamie Kaiser Jr., the freshman from Burke, Virginia. Transferred. One of the top 75 recruits in the country, pardon me.
Played at Maryland, but averaged 4 points and 2 rebounds before coming for his second year of college ball to Butler.
And Butler's 4th team foul. Here's Demery looking to get it in. Gets it into Reed in the far corner, across from the Butler bench. Reed trying to go one-on-one with the Jahe, gives it up the ball. All staged to his left, out front to Mullins. 6 minutes to go in the first. Mullins with a crossover, into the paint. Tough fadeaway, good! Oh, big time! Braylon the kid. And UConn is even at 30 apiece. He's got 10.
Not just a spot-up shooter. That time drove the lane from the top of the circle.
They kick it over to Olegagu, and he's guarded by Demery Jr. Out front it comes. Into the paint, Haywood, and they double-team him, and it's taken away by Demery. What a play. He pickpocketed him, and he drives to the front court right behind Reed. Demery Jr. holds on the right wing, starts to his left. Stop and go into the paint, nowhere to go. Gives it up on the right side of Stewart. A jumper, no good. And rebounded by Jamie Kaiser Jr. Here comes Kaiser Jr., front court left. Off a screen by Demery, and a foul is called on Ajayi on the screen. And Demery that time ran right into him. That's the second on Ajayi. That's a tough call. That's a 50-50. I got to say, Demery, I give him credit for what he did, but I'm not sure if that's the right call on that one. Because Ajayi got rocked by Demery, and now Thad Mata's really in the face of Pat Driscoll about it. He's not happy, and Driscoll talks him down a little bit. 5:14 to go. That was a big time, like an NFL collision.
Ajayi, the leading rebound of the Big East, at this point has one to go with only 2 points.
All right, Mullins gives it up to Ball, front court right. Back to Mullins on the left sideline. Fires to Demery Jr. at the left hash. Demery Jr. right-hand dribble, top of the key. Gives it to Mullins. Mullins into the paint. Can't get a shot off. Dumps down low to Reed. Reed one-on-one. Reed with a left hand. And no good. Rebound by Jackson Keith. Here comes Butler. We're tied at 30 under 5 minutes to go. Front court left, first half. Haywood left corner. Gives up to Kaiser Jr. Starts to his right. Pick and roll. Down low it goes. Jones with a pitch in the corner for three, and it's good by Evan Haywood. So Butler's been able to knock them down out there. They're 4 of 6. While UConn's 5 of 13. 33-30, Butler with the lead.
Second three-pointer of the game for Haywood.
Now Ball has his pocket picked. And on a run-on after Oliago's steal, here are the Bulldogs. Working down low, Jones back out front to Keith. And now Oliago working on Mullins. Can't beat him. Kaiser Jr. for three. Whoa, he missed by a lot. Rebounded by Reed.
He was really deep.
Yeah, and he hit the backboard first. 33-30, 4 minutes to go in the first. UConn trailing by 3. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman. Here in Indianapolis, Demery Jr. kicks it over to Ball. Into the paint. Ball with a floater. It's good. On a nice feed by Demery Jr. A little runner, a little teardrop that went in. 33-32. Ball's got 7. He and Mullins have 17 of the UConn 32. Remember, Caravan's been out for 10 minutes already with foul trouble. Here's Haywood on the right sideline, guarded by Ball. On a handoff to Oliago with Demery on him. Oliago starts right, back to his left, driving left of the lane. He dribbled it off his foot, and it's UConn ball. So Demery's defense solid, and UConn within 1, 33-32 as we get under 4 minutes. 3:20 left here in the first.
Butler had only one turnover in the first 15 minutes. They've had 3 in the last minute and a half.
All right, from quality outdoor structures to custom handcrafted furniture, Cloder Farms is your destination for home and yard. We're worth the ride. Route 83 in Ellington for Brown, Banderas, and Scott. Huskies down 1, 3:20 to go in the first. This is UConn Men's Hoop on Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
The Huskies live here. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
We ask parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask Alex Caravan and Ashland Shade. Whether you're in Glastonbury or Niantic, Monaco Ford is the trusted choice for athletes and fans alike. Shop like a champion online anytime at MonacoFord.com. So the Huskies, who lost Alex Caravan early in this game to 2 personal fouls, and then were hit with a big run by Butler, have bounced back. They're within 1 now. There have been 3 ties, 5 lead changes. It's 33-32 Butler with 3:20 to go here in the first half.
It was a 13-2 Butler run right after Caravan went out. That made it 24-18. Huskies slowly inch back on a Ross 3, actually took the lead. Right now, they're down 33-32 with 3:20 remaining in the first half. It's been the UConn guards who've been dominant for the Huskies, as the combination of Braylon Mullins, 10 points, solo ball 7, 17 of UConn's 32 points. And Mullins, playing about a half an hour from his home, began the game missing his first 3 shots. He's hit 4 of his last 6. He is now 4 for 9 from the floor to lead the Huskies.
UConn 14-2 advantage in second chance points. Here's Demery around the right wing. Into the paint. Pull up. Tough shot. Good. A floater by Demery from 10 feet away. I'm telling you, he has become a much better shot maker in the second half of the season. UConn leads at 34-33. It's Demery's first bucket of the ball game. Down low, Traore lays it up and in on a nice pass over Ryba. Might have traveled, but got away with it. Butler back with the lead, 35-34, 2:40 left in the first half. Here's Demery Jr., right wing, outside the arc, out front to Ball. Ball gets a screen from Ryba, gets it back to Eric. Eric, couple of dribbles, looks to hand it off, and a foul is called on Butler, and that is their 6th team foul. So UConn with 5 team fouls, Butler with 6, and it'll be side out.
They got Jackson Keith for his second foul.
Fosa Oliagu Elebor is back in. And Tim Clark, are you going to talk it over with Jeff Clark? I'm not sure what we have here.
Did you like that national anthem tonight, Mike?
Yes, I did.
I haven't heard one quite like that before. Devin Wayland played an electric guitar version of the national anthem that brought back shades of Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock.
That's what I was just going to say, except he was right-handed. Jimmy, of course, was lefty.
It was different, and it was good.
That doesn't always work, you know, when you try something different with the national anthem, but it did here. So now we're having a discussion. Not sure what they're going to look at, but it's right in front of us, which is good. And we get a little bit of a word. Dan Hurley's upset, and Jeff Clark trying to calm him down. Tim Clark with a smile. And so we'll try to get it to you when we figure out what's happening here. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. 35-34 Butler leading. And they're trying to see if maybe Demery caused that foul. I don't think so. Jackson Keith is the man who was called for the foul. Potential hook and hold maybe by Demery. I don't know. And I don't know if that was Thad Matta asking for that review of that.
Meanwhile, happy birthday to 2014 UConn national champion Amita Brima, the 7-footer from Ghana, 32 years old today. Had one of the most important, and maybe more unsung offensive rebounds in UConn history.
Yeah, Demery was held their way, and that's what happened, I think.
In that first NCAA tournament game in 2014, he got an offensive rebound putback, and the Huskies still were 1 point short. He was not a great free throw shooter. But he made the free throw to tie the game, and UConn won in overtime, and 5 games later they won the national championship. So Amita Brima, career 7.5 rebound per game man for the Huskies.
All right, Butler charged a timeout because they wanted a review of that foul. And Demery was definitely being held and hooked. So it's the 6th team foul, and it is on Keith.
His second.
And UConn inbounds the ball to Demery between the rings. Started by Kaiser Jr., big screen by Ryba. Ryba with a hand up to Mullins. 3-pointer by Mullins is good from deep. And Mullins gives UConn a lead back 37-35. He's got 13, the game's high score, the only man in double figures. Oliago Epafor driving. Ryba blocked it. It comes loose to Kaiser. He falls on the ground. Oliago Epaford gets it back, and outside he kicks it to Bizjack. Bizjack guarded by Demery. Now picked up by Ross on a switch. Bizjack to the basket and the kick out. Oliago, Epaford. 3, no good. Long rebound, Bizjack. Another 3. No good, back rim. Rebounded by Ball. Haywood missed that one. Ball running to the front court. He gives it up to Mullins, and he missed it. Tipped up. Loose. Butler comes up with it. Haywood on a run out to Bizjack, but intercepted as he missed it, and it's in Mullins' hands. UConn by 2 with a minute and a half to go. 37-35. And Dan Hurley wants a timeout. So things got a little rowdy there. Mullins tried to knock down another 3, which would have been his 4th in the first half. He didn't get it to go. UConn was able to break up the fast break, and they'll have the basketball. How about that? Come out of this timeout.
How about that attempted assist pass by Bizjack? He drove the lane and made an incredible behind-the-back pass out to the top of the circle where Haywood missed the three-pointer. But, man, I've never seen an assist attempt like that before. They actually got a couple of offensive rebounds on that sequence, missed all 3 of their shots. And after all the talk about UConn's turnovers, 15 against St. John's on Friday night, Huskies only have 6 in the first half and not that many in the last 10 minutes, while Butler took very good care of the ball in the first 15 minutes, but they're up to 5 turnovers now as the Huskies got a Mullins steal for this possession.
I don't know if they'll give him credit for that, but maybe they will, but it was a bad pass by Bizjack. Now let's talk about the threes by Butler. Now, they made 4 of their first 6. Coming in over the last 4 games that they've lost, they were shooting under 32% from 3 and allowing over 42% by the opposition. So UConn so far, 6 of 15, 40%. And now Butler, 4 for 9, 44.5%. So threes have been a big story for them in the first half until they missed these last 3.
All right, let's see what UConn calls. Dan Hurley called the timeout and see what they draw up out of the timeout.
All right, Ross back in the backcourt to Mullins. Mullins between the rings gives it to Ross on the left wing outside the arc. Kicks it to Ryba right. Ryba holding. Butler overplaying everything defensively. They go back to Mullins. Mullins drives into the paint. Tough shot. Nowhere to get it off. And he gets it a ball for 3. Solo. Got it. Solo delivers a triple. And UConn with Ball now with 10. 23 between him and Mullins. Leads by 5, 40-35.
Mullins got that kick-out assist.
And a steal by Ross. Look out. Bobby Mullen got a hand on it. The UConn SID. Dan Hurley's drink goes over, but everything's okay.
It's a really good thing that orange drink he's got had a cap on it. Otherwise, my laptop would have been toast.
Here's Bizjack into the paint. Can't get a shot off. Kick outside. Haywood 3. Back rim no good. Somebody got to get it. Ross did. Ross now to Demery. Final 40 seconds of the first half. Demery front court left. Pulls up. Driving on Bizjack. Spins in traffic. No foul call. The ball comes loose. Haywood to Kaiser Jr. Over Ball. He laid it in. Oh, man. That could be a 5-point turnaround, as a foul was not called in the UConn offensive end. And then Butler turned it into a fast break layup +1. And Caravan's going to come in here with 31.5 seconds left. So Dan Hurley trusting him to play here when he's got 2 fouls.
Well, obviously the shot clock and the game clock almost identical here, so it'll be a UConn offensive sequence for much, if not all, of the rest of the first half. He won't have to play defense unless Butler gets an offensive rebound here.
All right, he makes the free throw, so 40-38 now with 31.5 left. It's Kaiser Jr. from the free throw line. He's been there 150 times, 38 now, 52.
Ball got that foul his first.
All right, Demery front court right. Shot clock, game clock about identical. Demery Jr. between the rings, taking some time off. It's down to 15 seconds. Hands off the Ball. Ball not a Caravan out front. Caravan to Demery on the right wing. Foul unextended. Back out front to Ball. Big screen by Reed. Ball behind Reed for 3. No, air ball with 3 seconds left. And so Ross will come in. We'll get a substitution.
He'll come in for Caravan. You don't want him playing defense with 3.5 seconds left.
And they got a decent shot, but the Solo missed in a big way. Ball now 2 for 5 from 3, 4 of 7 overall. All right, Butler inbounds the ball. They may turn it over. And a shot and a foul by Demery with 1.8 left. What a break. Demery got a freebie. He put it up and he got hit. Now with 1.8 left, Demery goes to the line to shoot 2. It's on Bizjack.
Bizjack averaging 19 points a game in Big East contest. He only had 7 the first time these teams played. He's got 2 points in this first half, 1 of 2 shooting, gets a critical foul here.
All right, Demery on the line. First one is up, and it's good. It rattles in. Demery with 3 points. UConn now 4 of 5 from the line.
Demery 3 for 6 in the game Friday night at St. John's. He's been a very good free throw shooter until the Garden on Friday night.
And the second one, no good. He missed it. Rebound Kaiser Jr. and the clock will run out. So UConn will go to the locker room, leading 41-38 as Solo Ball and Braylon Mullins contribute 23 of the 41 for the Huskies. Stay with us. The halftime report with Paul Roper coming up next, presented by Brown Paint Darris and Scott. This is UConn basketball from Learfield.
When you start your day, be ready with Eyewitness News.
Ready with your first alert to weather changes so the whole family's prepared.
Ready for breaking news to keep your family safe. Ready with a clear look at delays and the best way around them. All so you're ready to start your day.
From overnight breaking news to first alert weather and traffic, together every 10 minutes. Be morning ready with Caitlin Newclo, Tracy McCain, Scott Haney, and Caitlin Francis. Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the UConn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the UConn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store, Kohl's.com for details.
Minutes are in the books. This is the Husky Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll recap the first half and check scores from across the country. Now, let's go to the Learfield Network studios.
Butler led for 9.5 minutes in that first half. A lead, 8 lead changes, 3 ties, but ultimately it's UConn that has the 41-38 lead at the break, thanks to 13 points from Braylon Mullins and 10 points from Solo Ball. Paul Roper with you in the Learfield Network studios. Let's take a look at scores in the Big East. One other men's basketball game in progress taking place in the Garden State. Providence with a 43-39 lead against the Seton Hall Pirates. One more game to come at 9 o'clock. The Creighton Jays head to the Windy City to take on the DePaul Blue Demons. Meanwhile, the top-ranked UConn women's basketball team not breaking a sweat inside Gamble against the Creighton Jays.
Williams with 2 hands grabs the rebound, barely stays in bounds, goes right, spins left, just buries her defender and scores. Boy, Heathcock had no chance against Sarah Williams there.
No, and I like that aggressiveness by
now
Williams.
Shayna stealing a long inbound. Fudd, top of the key, 3, bang.
That's good basketball.
That it is, and the Huskies have been doing a lot of that. Call coming from Bob Joyce and Jeff Fisk on the UConn Sports Network from Learfield. Now 76-33 for the top-ranked Huskies over the Jays and Stores, outscoring Creighton 26-7. Believe it or not, this was tied at 14 late in the first quarter. Then the Huskies went on an 18-2 run to blow it wide open, leading the way. AZ Fudd
with 19 points. She drilled that three towards the end of the highlight. That's your look at scores from around the Big East. When we return, we'll take a look at scores from the top 25. Our halftime score from Hinkle Fieldhouse, UConn 41, Butler 38, presented by Brown, Payne, Dearest, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconnhealth.org.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Welcome back to the halftime report. Huskies lead at 41-38 over the Butler Bulldogs in Indianapolis. Paul Roper with you in the Learfield Network studios. As we take a look at scores from the top 25, 14th ranked Florida taking on Georgia. Last time these teams met in Gainesville, it included an ejection. That game got really chippy. Right now, Florida off to the races against the Bulldogs.
23-12 Florida. Boogie into the paint, driving kick, swing it to Lee up top. Brown with a quick touch pass out to Xavier on that one. He'll step into a three off the dribble, and a pair of threes now down for Xavier Lee, who was 1 for his last 14 coming into tonight.
That's Sean Kelly on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield. Lee with 13 points off 5 of 10 from the field. Gators rolling against the Dogs, 60-38 inside Stegman Coliseum, 11:15 left to play in regulation. 16th ranked Texas Tech in a rock fight against Colorado at 6 minutes to go until halftime. It is 24-11 for the Red Raiders over the Buffs. And 20th ranked Clemson right now in trouble against Virginia Tech at home. Clemson 10-1 in the ACC, trailing by 8 at home to Virginia Tech. The Hokies, better team than the record indicates. They've had some tough losses in conference play. If they steal one at Clemson, they're currently up 59-51. They'll be back to 500 in ACC play at 6-6. One more game to come. That'll start at any moment. Second-ranked Michigan will take on Northwestern in Evanston, Illinois. That's your look at the top 25 scoreboard. Again, your halftime score from Hinkle Fieldhouse, UConn 41, Butler 38. Wayne Norman has the first half stats after these messages. Presented by Brown, Payne, Dearest, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. As one of the area's leading commercial lenders, we place a priority on helping local business owners build and grow their businesses, big or small. Because our lenders live and work in the markets we serve, our homegrown expertise can help create opportunities for local businesses to thrive. If your current banking relationship is leaving you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Last Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Last Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Last Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn Athletics.
Listen closely. Did you hear that? That's the sound of employees being productive. They're so efficient because they partnered with Xerox to manage workplace technology. From advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions, our local experts ensure your business runs smoothly. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. Xerox. We make work work.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Halftime, UConn made a late 7-3 run to have a 41-38 lead over Butler here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Wayne Norman with your halftime numbers. UConn led in scoring by Braylon Mullins, who's from about a half an hour away from here. He's got 13 points. Solo Ball's got 10. Terrace Reed has 5 points and a team high 5 rebounds. Alex Caravan got in foul trouble. Played only 8 minutes in the first half. 2 points, 2 rebounds for UConn. Silas Demery had 3 points in that first half. He had a team high equaling 3 assists. He also had 3 steals to go with 2 turnovers. Off the bench, UConn got 3 from Malachi Smith, 3 from Jaden Ross. Both made 3-point hoops. Eric Riva had 2, and Jalen Stewart did not score at 8 minutes. And Terrace Reed Jr. also has 3 assists. He's got 42 assists on the season now. That's a season high for the senior. In the last 6 games, he's had 15 assists for the Huskies. For Butler, they were led in scoring by Drayton Jones. He had 9. Michael Ajayi and Finley Bizjack, their 2 top scorers, combined for 4 points, 2 apiece. Evan Haywood had 6, made a couple of threes. And Ifeosa Oleaju had 5 points for Butler. Off the bench, they got 6 by Jamie Kaiser, 6 by Johan Traore, and 2 by Jackson Keith. Butler shot 54% in the first half. They shot 30 against UConn the first time these teams played. Huskies shot 15 of 31, 48%. And they took 17 threes and 14 twos. They were 7 for 17 from 3, 41%. Mullins was 3 for 7. Butler was 4 for 10 from 3, but 6 of 6 from the line. UConn was 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Huskies had not just a dominant rebounding effort for the first 15 minutes, but dominant on the offensive glass. Butler made a late charge, though, and the rebounding totals at halftime, 17-11. UConn with 9 offensive rebounds, 4 by Reed. They got 14 second-chance points off that. Butler got just 2 second-chance points off their 3 offensive rebounds. Butler had 13 assists on 14 field goals. That's pretty good for a team missing 2 of its top ball handlers due to injury. Huskies had 9 assists on 15 field goals. UConn 7 turnovers, good for 13 Butler points. Butler had 6 turnovers, good for 6 UConn points. Butler 5 steals, 1 block. UConn had 4 steals, 3 by Demery, 3 blocks, 2 by Mullins, who's now got 10 on the season. Points in the paint, 18-14 Butler. Fast break points, 5-0 Butler. The UConn bench came up with 8 points and 2 rebounds. They had just 6 against St. John's Friday. And Butler off the bench had 14 points and 6 rebounds. Huskies' biggest lead, 5 mid-first half, and got to be 5 in the final minute as well. Butler had a 6-point lead a little later on in the first half. So UConn with that lead now 41-38, and sitting right behind the UConn bench, Samson Johnson, who plays for the Indiana Pacers G League team here in Indianapolis. They call themselves the Noblesville Boom. He's averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds a game with them. And Alex Caravan tonight has tied Samson Johnson for number 1 on the UConn career list for the winningest four-year class. Of course, Caravan came in with Donovan Klingon, as they've now got 115 wins, Johnson and Caravan. And in third place in that list is the class involving Ricky Moore, Rashamel Jones, and also Entric Klaber, who had 114 wins. So interesting to see Samson Johnson here tonight as the Huskies up by 3 at halftime at Hinkle Fieldhouse. We're back with the second half. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, this UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at PowerStationEvents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
Hey, it's Mike Monaco.
And Chrissy Monaco. You know, champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask UConn's Alex Caravan and Ashlyn Shade. They count on Monaco Ford for performance, reliability, and a team that's got their back.
From the tough F-150 to the versatile Explorer and the thrilling Mustang, we've got the lineup built for winners.
Visit us in Glastonbury or Niantic today.
Or start your deal online at MonacoFord.com.
That's MonacoFord.com.
When you start your day, be ready with Eyewitness News.
Ready with your first alert to weather changes so the whole family's prepared.
Ready for breaking news to keep your family safe. Ready with a clear look at delays and the best way around them. All so you're ready to start your day.
From overnight breaking news to first alert weather and traffic, together every 10 minutes. Be morning ready with Caitlin Newclo, Tracy McCain, Scott Haney, and Caitlin Francis. Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Connecticut. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Connecticut and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Connecticut.
8 lead changes, 3 ties, and UConn leads at the break 41-38. Mike Crispino away in Norman, back here at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. A solo ball came alive late in the first half with a 3 and a lane jumper. He ends up with 10. Braylon Mullins, returning to his home state, Indiana, has 13, 3 threes, and 3 rebounds on the night. UConn getting a pretty good first half, considering Alex Caravan had to sit out 12 minutes of it as we begin the second half. It'll be Butler's ball. They'll move it left to right, shoot at the basket where their own bench is. Here's Bizjack being guarded by Mullins, who trips him. And in the opening seconds, a foul by Braylon Mullins is his second. And that one, 40 feet from the basket. You hate to see that. Bizjack has it on the inbounds, guarded by Demery, picked up by Mullins on a switch. Bizjack starts to his right, Caravan on a switch. He's got 2 fouls. Ajayi, power move inside on Mullins. He missed the shot. It's loose. It's rebounded by Butler. They get it to Ajayi. They're down to 6. And an open man gets the pass. Drayton Jones dunks it, and it's a 1-point game. All right, Demery to the front court. To our left. Starts to his right. He's guarded by Oleago Elabor. Demery on a handoff from Reed. 15 to shoot. Gives it up to Reed at the high post right. Back to Caravan. Caravan on a pick and roll to Reed. Little jump hook, no good. And a rebound by Ajayi. And he outlets to Oleagu. Hands off to Bizjack out front. First minute of the second half. Bizjack picked up by Mullins on a switch in the left wing outside the arc. Bizjack pumps it down to Ajahe. They got a switch to Ajahe, and a kick jumper to Oleagu is no good. And rebounded by Butler. Nice rebound by Drayden Jones. Kicks it back outside of Evan Haywood on the left sideline. Back to Oleagu, who spins inside on Reed. Missed the shot. Rebound Reed. Good D by Terrace. And a nice rebound as well. And he outlets to Demery. Quickly to the front court left. UConn by 1. Demery starts to his right. Guarded by Ajahe, who's got 2. Demery gives it up to Mullins. Mullins on a handoff to Reed. Down low. They double him. He backs away from it. He kicks it to the open man. It's Ball. And Ball delivers a triple. And UConn leads 44-40. That's our dime of the game, presented by Dime Bank. Community banking lives here.
Terrace Reed's 4th assist.
Ball's got 13. Bizjack front court left, picked up by Mullins on a switch. He's at the left hash. Starts back to his right. Gives it up to Ajahe. One-on-one with Mullins. Couple of up fakes. Drives in on Reed, and he lays it in, and Reed fouled him. So the lead cut to 2, and that looks like what Butler's going to do. They're going to single up against Mullins and attack him with Ajahe. That's a mismatch right there. That's pretty tough. Ajahe's a big man, 6'7", 235. They go to the line to try to cut the lead to 1.
He goes to the line the most on this team. Not a great free throw shooter, though. 63% overall, 64 in Big East Conference games. But he didn't take that many shots in the first half, just 2 for 4 now. I would think they're going to be going a lot more to Ajahe and to Bizjack.
The free throw good, 3-point play by Butler, and they're down by 144-43. UConn in the road blue, UConn on the front chest. Demery across the timeline, right to left on the right sideline, picked up by Ajahe on a switch. Demery with a left-hand dribble. Sets up Reed on a handoff to Caravan for 3. Caravan front rim, no good. Chased down, loose. Caravan comes up with it, and Ball has it. Ball to the front court. Pulls up on the right wing. Hands over to Demery. Demery on the right hash. Guarded by Ajahe. Starts to his right of a screen by Mullins. Back to his left and a screen by Caravan. Now he looks to go down low to Reed. He gets it to Reed. Reed a little jump hook is good. Terrace Reed. He's got 7 now, and UConn's lead is 46-43. 3 minutes into the second half. Bizjack front court, long 3. Back rim, no good. Mullins tips it. Caravan got it. Outlet Demery. He's running with Reed. Demery into the paint. Kicks it to Ball in the near corner for 3. And Ball delivers a triple. And UConn now 49-43.
Biggest lead.
Leads have been hard to come by, and certainly no double-digit leads, that's for sure. Here's Bizjack, front court left. Picked up by Demery. Kicks it right to Ajahe. Ajahe guarded by Caravan. Back to Bizjack, starts left, top of the key. And wants to get to Ajahe, and he does. Ajahe one-on-one with Demery. Puts it on the floor. Crossover, inside, fadeaway, no good. Rebound, Reed. Outlet Ball. Ball front court left. A lot of contact there. Could have been a foul call. Now Ball between the rings. Gives it up to Demery. 4 minutes gone by in the second half. Demery starts right. Still outside the arc on the right wing. Starts to his left to bounce down low to Reed. Here they come. Reed spins and dunks. He rocks the rim. And UConn leads 51-43. Nice move by Terrace that time. He's got 9.
7-0 UConn run.
All right, Bizjack hands to Ajahe across the timeline. Left to right. He's on the right sideline. Picked up by Caravan. Foul line extended. Out front to Haywood. Haywood picked up by Mullins. They go to Ajahe. Caravan trying to guard him. 2 fouls on both men. Ajahe into the paint. Dumps down low. Got it to his man. And dunking it was Drayden Jones. Great feed that time by Ajahe. And the score 51-45 UConn. 5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Ball out front. Looks to the bench. Gets a call. Now starts to his left. Gives it up to Demery at the foul line extended left sideline. Back to the right with a dribble. Keeps the ball on the right wing. Gives it up to Ball. Ball at another 3. Front rim no good. Reed tipped it, but it's in the hands of Oleagu. And he sprints to the front court on Mullins, who takes the ball away, and a foul is called. It's either on Caravan or Mullins, and it's on Mullins.
Carabat having quite an animated discussion with Terrace Reed Jr. as he comes off the court. Something didn't go right for the Huskies that time.
That's the third foul on Mullins. That was a tough call in the open court. If the UConn basketball scores big, you can score bigger at Jordan's. Get your furniture or mattress now, and if the men's or women's teams both make the finals, it'll all be free. How about that? From Brown Paint, Darris and Scott with UConn leading 51-45, 14:47 to go. This is UConn Men's Hoop on Learfield.
Hey, Husky fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. Let's go Huskies! SeatGeek.
Husky pride is in full swing. Academic minds are hard at work and play. As a supporter of all things Husky, Travelers is proud to sponsor UConn and its exciting sports programs. From football to basketball to hockey, we're Husky all the way. Travelers in UConn, committed to the young people who are the future of Connecticut.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconnhealth.org.
The Huskies live here. You're listening to play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball. Now, back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location.
Our broadcast booth sponsor is the Connecticut Chevy Dealers, home to a century of truck capability featuring America's most dependable trucks. Visit your local Connecticut Chevy dealer today. Chevy drives America. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman. Second half underway, 14:47 left. UConn with a 6-point lead. They were up by 3 at halftime. And good to see Terrace Reed start to impose his will down low. He's got 9 now. And solo ball having a good night. 16 on 6 of 10 shooting. Silas Demery able to get now his 6th assist. Only 3 points for him, but UConn trying to get control of this ball game.
He's not shooting, but he's passing. In fact, UConn has 4 field goals in the second half, and Demery has assists on 3 of those. So 3 assists in the first half, 3 in the second half. Reed's got a couple of hoops in the second half, including a dunk, as he leads the team now with 19 dunks for the Huskies. Both teams now shooting exactly 50%. Butler 17 of 34, Huskies 19 of 38, but UConn has made 5 more 3-pointers, 9 of 21, Butler's 4 for 12.
Mullins not on the court. They're going to put him on the bench with 3. So Demery, Ball, Reed, and Ross, along with Caraban, as Butler inbounds the ball. Top of the arc, going to hand off to Bizjack. He's guarded by Demery. Starts back to his right. Tries to turn the corner. He does. Trying to get a shot off. A fade away. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Reed. He ripped it down, and Reed's got 8 boards. Demery, front court, hands to Ball. Ball on the right sideline, out front to Terrace. Terrace now to Demery on the right wing. Big screen. He's working on Bizjack. Picks up his dribble. Now Demery looks to his right, gets another screen from Reed. Goes alley-oop to Reed. He's pushed by Bizjack. Let's see if they're going to get 2 shots here. It's up to Jeff Clark. He's the man that made the call, and you're not going to give him 2 shots. I think he's going to give him 2 shots because Pat Driscoll came over and talked to him.
Well, I think it would have been a field goal if not for the hold on Bizjack. Bizjack gets foul number 2.
They're not giving him free throws. I'm wrong on that one.
Bizjack shot 2 for 9 against UConn the first time these teams played. He's 1 for 4 tonight.
All right, Demery looking to inbound to our left. Next to the UConn bench, gets it into Reed. Gets the pass back. Demery starts right. Kicks it left to Ball. Ball drives it right. Gets back to Demery, who drives to the basket. He's blocked by a Jahan out of bounds. It'll be UConn ball with 8 to shoot.
Second block of the game by Ajayi.
All right, so Demery will inbound to our left. Caravan, Ball, Ross, Reed, and Demery right now for UConn. Silas looking to get it in. And he gets it into Reed, who catches in one hand, hammers it down. UConn 53-45, so Reed starting to put an imprint on this ball game. Under 14 to go. Ryba getting the set to check in. Here's Bizjack, who lost it, and then now he has to call a timeout. He did get a timeout as he was sliding on the floor. That could have been traveling, should have been traveling, but no call. So we get a 30-second timeout by Butler. And I think they're going to make it, well, what a second here. All right, UConn basketball brought to you by Johnson Bernetti, proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies. Timeout on the floor, UConn 53, Butler 45, 13:45 to go. We pause 10 seconds for station ID. Then these messages presented by Brown Paint Arrows and Scott. This is UConn men's hoop on Learfield.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
From the Berkshires to the Long Island Sound, this is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ed Council.
Put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman, and Alex Green, our engineer, courtside here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, one of the great arenas in the country. Sold-out house, 9,100 on hand. UConn leading, 53-45, 13:45 remaining.
Some of the Butler people here have these blue T-shirts on. They say Project 44. It's in honor of a former Butler basketball player, Andrew Smith, who played against UConn in the 2011 National Championship game. 5 points, 9 rebounds. He died of cancer.
And an immediate drive by Butler. Eric Ryba got overwhelmed that time by Johan Traore, and the three-point play is possible. That's exactly what you don't want to do. So Dan Hurley puts in Eric Ryba, and he gets burned immediately. You can't afford that on the road. You get Reed putting together a good 5-6 minutes, and then immediately giving up a three-point play. Here's Traore on the line. Missed it. And a rebound. It's Ross, and a foul is called on Ross. UConn rebounding on free throws. A nightmare against St. John's, and here they give up a possession.
Yeah, that's something Coach Hurley talked about quite a bit after the game.
All right, Traore, top of the arc, gives to Bizjack, guarded by Demery. Starts to his left, turns the corner right to the basket, and he puts a shot up, and he's fouled again. And UConn's defense is just giving up too much here. With a 6-point lead, a chance a moment ago to move it to double digits. They are getting beat off the dribble way too much.
2 quick fouls on Ryba's got 3 now.
Eric Ryba, I thought, in New York, looked like a freshman. He's played well all year for a first-year guy, but he looked overwhelmed as Bizjack gets to the line to make a free throw. He's only got 3 points on the game.
Great free throw shooter, though, 92% in Big East games.
And Bizjack gets a second opportunity. And he misses. And the rebound, Demery.
As I said.
All right, UConn front court left. Demery gives it up to Ball, gets it back, top of the arc. Started by Kaiser Jr. Hand off to Ryba at the high post. Demery on the right wing. Trying to get it to Ball. Bizjack doing a nice job guarding him. Ball gets it back. Top of the arc, a screen by Ryba. Ball kicks it back to Demery. Dribble penetration, Demery. Back out front, Ross. He doesn't shoot it. Ball's got to shoot it, and he does. And he made it! Oh! A long ball from Solo Ball. And UConn extends to an 8-point lead, 56-48. They're now 10 of 22 from 3.
Had to shoot it. The shot clock would have expired. Ball, 19 points after the career-high 26 against him the first time.
Jahi tried to drive the basket. He was blocked by Ryba and Ross, and UConn comes up with it. So the Huskies now with 5 blocks on the game. Demery front court left. Gives to Ross on the right sideline. Ross out front to Ryba. Ryba with a couple of dribbles. He's not looking at the basket. He gives the ball. Ball top of the arc on Jahi. Back to Demery. 8 to shoot. Clock running out. Demery to the basket. Demery, shot blocked at the rim by Jahi. And it comes out to Haywood. Third block by Jahi. Here's Kaiser Jr. for 3, and he hits. 56-51. 8 minutes gone by in the second half. First 3 ball in the second half by the Bulldogs. All right, Demery, front court right. He's on the right wing outside the arc. Left-hand dribble. Skips it left to Caravan, guarded by Kaiser Jr. behind the screen of Ryba. Caravan picks up his dribble, fires back outside to Demery. Demery now on Jahi, trying to go by him. Picked up on a switch. Now they're down to 5, and Demery delivers a dagger. It's a 3. And a timeout with 11:35 to go. Wow, what a shot by Demery. Give UConn a 59-51 advantage. I'm telling you, I was watching Demery shoot in practice this morning. He would not miss. But he comes out here and he goes 1 for 5, and he makes that one, though. That's a big one. UConn leading 59-51. UConn basketball sponsored by New Face Home Improvements, locally trusted for any roofing, siding, windows, doors, or bathroom upgrades. Your home is like our home. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
When you start your day, be ready with Eyewitness News.
Ready with your first alert to weather changes, so the whole family's prepared.
Ready for breaking news to keep your family safe. Ready with a clear look at delays and the best way around them. Also, you're ready to start your day.
From overnight breaking news to first alert weather and traffic, together every 10 minutes. Be morning ready with Caitlin Newclo, Tracy McCain, Scott Haney, and Caitlin Francis. Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's not just by providing banking services, though we're very good at that. We pride ourselves in giving back in ways that go beyond banking. Acts that range from serving on local boards to neighborhood food pantries. Our employees do so not because they have to, but willingly because they care. If your current banking relationship is leaving you wanting a little more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store Kohls.com for details.
This is UConn men's basketball. Now, back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location.
UConn basketball action sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Make your move. Connect with the top orthopedic specialists at oahct.com. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman here at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis as UConn leads Butler 59-51. Huskies now over 50% shooting, and they have held Butler to 5 of 12 in the second half to open up an 8-point advantage.
And the rebounding still in UConn's favor. They built that huge rebounding edge, especially offensive rebounding in the first 10 minutes. 24-17 now, but Huskies 10 offensive rebounds, second chance points 16-5. But it's been the three ball of late that's been big for UConn. And not just the three ball, but three ball to beat the shot clock as well. As first it was Ball, then it was Demery for the Huskies. UConn women defeated Creighton 94-44. Allie Zabel 20 off the bench.
They only won by 50? What happened?
Another nail biter.
Here comes Bizjack front court right, picked up by Caravan on a switch. He's on the left sideline. They pump it down low to Jahe. He's guarded by Ross. Try to face him up. Puts it on the floor. Kicks it back outside. Here's a three by Traore, and he hits. Well, Traore, not a guy that's shooting a lot of threes, makes one there. Yeah, 59-54.
He was 1 for 6 in the season coming in.
Here's Ball. Gives it up to Reed. High post right. And Malachi Smith has it. Came off the bench. Smith trying to get it down low to Reed. Now he backs away. Starts on the left sideline. Picked up on a switch. One bounce down low to Reed. Reed working on Traore. And he puts it up and drops it in. Oh, Terrace Reed. Through the contact. He got the bounce. A little jump hook. And a chance for a three-point play. So Reed, good patience, good crab dribble over his left shoulder with a hook, and he drops it in. And now a free throw for Reed.
So Traore, who is from France, made that three at the other end, his first of the Big East season, and then at the other end fouls Reed on that entry attempt. Malachi Smith got the assist, his second.
So Reed now has got 13. He and Mullins with 13. Free throw, good by Reed. 19 for Ball and 14 now for Reed,
who's 4 for 5 from the line.
8-point lead, UConn 62-54. Here's Bizjack guarded by Mullins on the left sideline. Mullins back in the ball game. They give it up to a Jahe, faces up against Caravan on the baseline left. Now he kicks it cross court to Bizjack. Trying to get a shot off. He blows by Malachi Smith. Dumps down low to Traore, who dunks. So UConn getting burned by penetration from the guards of Butler. And 62-56 with 10:15 to go. Huskies by 6. Here's Malachi Smith on the left wing to Mullins. Mullins guarded by Jahe. Out front to Caravan. Caravan fires in the far corner to Ross. Down low to Reed. And Reed is shoved down by Traore. And so that is a third team foul on Butler. UConn's got 6 team fouls already midway in the second half. Jalen Stewart's going to come in the ball game, and let's see who he's coming in for. Jaden Ross.
So each time Traore gets a hoop at one end, he fouls at the other end. That's 2 on the 6'11 senior.
All right, Malachi Smith to our left on the baseline, looking to get it in. Jalen Stewart is substituted for Ross, and Malachi threw it away. Ajahe steals. Ajahe sprints to the front court, tries to go over Reed. Oh, a block by Reed. He helped Jalen Stewart out and rejected the shot by Ajahe. Quickly to the front court. Mullins has it. Lost it. Regains it. Hands over to Malachi Smith. Between the rings, Smith starts with a right-hand dribble slowly to the right side of the front court. Now with a left-hand dribble up a high screen from Reed. Malachi backs away, 10 to shoot. Gets it to Mullins. Mullins long three. In and out. Rebounded by Traore. So Mullins now 3 of 8 from 3. Demery set to check back in. Here's Bizjack trying to blow by Malachi. He does. He lays it up. He missed the layup. Rebound Stewart. And a foul is called late. Who's it on? There is no number 2. Wait a minute.
I think it's on Bizjack.
No, I think it's on Caravan.
Yeah, Bizjack goes to the line. 1-11 fouls the other 11.
They're going to take a look at this, I think, to make sure it's Caravan. I don't know. We had a good view of that one, Wayne. I'm not sure. And UConn is reviewing it themselves. That could be the third. Oh, they're going to switch it to Malachi Smith. So 0 gets the call. He's got 1. As Bizjack on the line. 62-56, 9:20 to go.
He just missed a free throw.
And he made one there. Bizjack now with 4 points. 8 of 10 for Butler. Demery comes in for Malachi Smith. 5-point game. Largest lead for Butler was 6 earlier. Bizjack makes the second one. UConn's biggest lead has been 8 in the second half.
Bizjack held it just 5 points in this game.
2 free throws for Bizjack. 62-58. Here's Stewart out front. Hands over to Demery. Demery now starts left, gives to Caravan. Caravan thought about shooting. Now into the paint he goes. A floater, and Alex knocks it down. A little teardrop straight away from 8 feet. That's our Monaco Ford Championship Drive, courtesy of Monaco Ford in Glastonbury and Niantic. Shop like a champion online anytime at MonacoFord.com. Bizjack out front to Kaiser Jr., guarded by Mullins. Kaiser Jr. stop and go, and the ball deflected out of bounds, and they say it's UConn's ball. Wow. I don't know. I think they caught a break there. And they give the ball to UConn on the drive that was deflected out of bounds.
8th turnover on the Bulldogs. They average 11 a game in Big East play.
All right, here's Mullins between the rings at the timeline. Mullins on a bounce down low. There's a foul underneath. Reed is really carving out some space for himself. And that was on Butler. Not sure who that was on. Might be on Kaiser. I think it is. Kaiser Jr.
It's his second foul.
So Mullins, Caravan, Reed, Stewart, and Demery right now for UConn. Demery looking to get it in. And he gets it into Reed on the foul line extended right back to Demery on the right sideline. Kicks to Mullins. Mullins thought about shooting. Baseline jumper, tough one. Air ball, rebound. Butler. Drayton Jones. A miss by Mullins. Didn't catch any iron. Here comes Bizjack. 6-point game, 8:10 to go. Bizjack out near the timeline, being guarded by Caravan right now. On the left sideline, right-hand dribble, starts to his right. He turns the corner, fires down low, and a layup is good. No foul call. Drayton Jones cuts the lead to 4, 64-60. All right, Demery to the front court left. Jones has 15 to lead his team. Demery, guarded by Ajahe. Ajahe has got great size. He almost steals from Demery. Demery pounds it down low to Reed. Reed working on Drayton Jones. Digs a left shoulder and spins. Puts it up. No foul call. Ball knocked out of bounds with 7:33 to go, and UConn's got 4 seconds to get a shot off when we come out of this timeout.
Jones with a team-high 24th block.
UConn men's basketball brought to you by JT Gamo, Hartford, and JTGamo.com, Connecticut's #1 place for tux rentals, custom fit suits, and men's fashion. 64-60 UConn, 7:33 to go. From Brown Paint, Darris and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball in Learfield.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JV Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JV Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Heard from Bridgeport to Willimantic. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Saturday, we've got a pair of games on the network to celebrate Valentine's Day. At 12:30, top-ranked UConn women visiting Marquette at the McGuire Center in Milwaukee. Then we'll be at Gamble for the 6th-ranked UConn men in Georgetown at 7:30. Both games can be heard on the UConn Sports Network, the Varsity Network app, and the VarsityNetwork.com. Plus, Sirius XM Channel 81 for the women's game and Channel 84 on Sirius for the men's game.
And at halftime of the men's game, Hashim Thabit gets inducted into the Huskies of Honor at UConn. And February 18th, it'll be Emeka Okafor's number 50 being retired. Meanwhile, you wonder why UConn won these back-to-back national championships. The NBA Rising Stars Challenge will be Friday at 9 o'clock at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. Steph Castle will be on Team Mello, as in Carmelo Anthony. Castle had a 40-point triple-double this week. And Donovan Klingon will also be on Team Mello. Cam Spencer will be on Team T-Mac for Tracy McGrady. And Tristan Newton will be on the G League All-Star team. He plays for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, averaging 25 points a game, 5 rebounds a game, and 4.4 assists per game.
4 seconds to get it in. Demery gets it into Ball. Ball doesn't get the shot off, and now he fires. It's short, and it's rebounded by Mullins. He saved it, and he gets it outside to Ball, who is tackled by Ajayi. The ball is loose, and it'll be UConn ball along the right sideline. Wow. For a moment there, I thought we were over at Lucas Oil Stadium watching the Colts play. Nothing, no whistle.
Well, it's funny.
Bodies on the ground everywhere.
At the other end, Thad Matta thought his guy was tackled. So I guess if both guys thought they were tackled, the officials must have got the call right.
I don't know. He was on the right sideline in front of the Butler bench. Thad Matta was trying to sell it.
So on the stat program, it comes down to a missed 3 by Ball and a UConn offensive rebound. But the ball went 70 feet down the court.
Now, who are they giving the ball to? That's the question.
Well, it said UConn offensive rebound. I think the Huskies should get it here.
And it looks like Caravan to inbound in the backcourt for the Huskies. Now, the 3 officials are getting together. I don't know why they're talking it over, to be honest. We didn't get a good replay of it.
Other than a lot of replay challenges and second looks, I think the officials have done a pretty good job tonight. There's been a lot of contact they've let go tonight. They're letting these guys play.
All right, they're giving UConn 20 seconds to shoot. I think that was the discussion, because they never really lost possession. So they got to inbound in the backcourt. They're going to have to get up quickly in the front court and get a shot up. 7:21 to go in a 4-point game. Here's Caravan. He gets it into Demery, who walks it across the timeline, right to left. Now he starts back to his right. Gives it up to Reed. High post left. Now hands to Caravan for 3. No good. Rebounded off the back rim. Evan Haywood has it. Ahead to Kaiser Jr. He gives to Bizjack, top of the arc, guarded by Demery. Bizjack starts to his left, looking over the offense. Right-hand dribble, backing Demery in. Spins to his right, gets to Ajayi in the paint. Ajayi, little hook goes in. And it's a 2-point game. 64-62, Ajayi with 7.
Bizjack to Ajayi. Look for those guys to do a lot of shooting in the final 6.5.
Under 7 minutes to go. Demery starts to his right. Peels off a screen by Reed. Now he backs away. Starts again to the basket. In the paint to Reed. Reed puts it up and banks it in. Terrace Reed coming up big for UConn. And the lead is 4, 66-62. He's got 16. He's the game's high scorer. Ajayi, top of the arc, gives to Bizjack. Guarded by Demery. Bizjack hands over to Ajayi, working on Caravan. He shoves him away. He banks it up. It's no good. And a loose ball. Going to be UConn basketball. Reed doing a nice job on a defensive glass, getting inside position, which you got to do. This Butler team even though been out-rebounded by 8, crashes the boards pretty hard.
It's been a great second half for Demery. Only 3 points, but he's now got 6 of his 9 assists since halftime.
All right, Demery front court left, out front to Ball. Spins it right to Mullins. Mullins starts to his right, and he gives it up to Demery. Here's Ball for 3. Solo, got it! Oh, that was pure. From the right wing, Ball. He's got 22. He's got 6 threes. UConn by 7. 5.5 to go.
10th assist by Silas Demery. Another big game against Butler for Ball.
All right, Bizjack guarded by Demery. Starts to his right. Top of the key. Drives to the basket on Demery. He scoops it up left-handed. He missed it. Rebound Reed. I don't know why he shot it left-handed. Here's Demery. Fast break. One man. He backs away. Gives to Ball. Ball down low to Reed. Double team. He finds Caravan for a reverse. And the Huskies deliver a deuce. That was sweet. 71-62. Biggest lead of the ball game. 5 minutes to go.
No-look pass by Terrace Reed for his 5th assist.
All right, Bizjack front court right. Guarded by Demery. Starts to his right. Turns the corner. Nowhere to go. Now he gives it up front to Haywood. He'll throw up a 3. No good off the right rim. Rebounded by Mullins. Mullins outlet to Demery, and he'll walk it to the front court. Up the right sideline. Now back to his left. Demery looks over the defense and hands over to Caravan. Caravan, 15 to shoot. They're taking their time now. Reed at the high post right. Back to Demery. Demery steps into a 3. Demery, good! Oh, back-to-back threes. The UConn backcourt delivering some long-range ammunition.
It's a 10-0 UConn run. The Huskies' 10th run of 10 or more points in the game this year.
And a timeout called by Butler as UConn gets their swagger back a little bit of mojo, as they now have 13 threes in the ball game, 13 of 23 with 4:21 to go, and they lead at 74-62.
Well, I said it was a great half for Silas Demery before he made that 3. He's got a pair of 3s in the second half to go with his 10-assist night.
All right, timeout. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. For Brown, Banderas, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield. Huskies by 12, 4:21 to go.
There's something new to cheer about. Introducing the exclusive M&T Bank UConn debit and credit card collection. Pick your favorite design and pay like a champion. To open an account or upgrade your current card, visit mtb.com/UConn or stop by an M&T Bank branch near you. M&T Bank, the official bank of UConn. Member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association.
Hey, Husky fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley-Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. Let's go Huskies! SeatGeek.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The UConn Huskies are on the air. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location.
After the game, it's the Hart Auto Group post-game show. Highlights Dan Hurley's post-game interview. Stats and scores courtesy of Hart Auto Group, proud sponsor of UConn Athletics. Bring your championship deals to every day over to the Hart Auto Group. You got to drive Hart. Shop in store or online at hartcars.com. So UConn a 10-0 run over 204, made 4 field goals, and obviously scoreless for the last 2:28. Butler, as UConn has the biggest lead of the ball game, 74-62, but there's plenty of time left the way this thing's going. 12-point advantage with 4:21 to go.
So this 4 for 4, they made 2 threes and 2 twos. Reed and Caravan made the twos, and Ball and Demery made the threes. Alex Caravan making his 135th career start at UConn, tying Jake Bosco for number 1 on the all-time list. So the Huskies continue to shoot the ball extremely well. In the second half, they are shooting 57%, and for the game, it's up to 52%. Butler has missed its last 4 shots. They're 9 of 20 in the second half and 50% in the game.
Caravan, by the way, 114 and 24 in his career. Here's Bizjack with a drive and a block by Reed. Bizjack is down and not getting up. He's holding his wrist. It's 5-on-4. UConn with the ball. Demery to Caravan. Cross-court kick to Ball. Back out front to Demery for 3. And Demery rims it in and out. Rebound Kaiser Jr. And a stoppage of play here as Bizjack is holding his left wrist.
It's ironic because in the first game between these teams, Solo Ball hurt his left wrist.
Another block by Reed. What a nice help defense by Reed. Bizjack's in some pain.
He's got 2 blocks in this game, 40 to lead the team. He came in 3rd in the Big East in block shots.
So under 4 minutes to go now as Demery missed a 3. And UConn now 13 of 29 from distance.
Silas 2 for 4 from 3.
Now they inbound the ball. And it's in the hands of Oleagu. And he walks it across the timeline left to right, guarded by Demery. Starts to his left. At the foul line extended, left sideline. Demery's guarding him. Here's Haywood down low. They get it to Traore, who lays it up, missed it. And a late whistle called. I don't know who it's on. It's going to be on Mullins. And that's 4 on him. He reached in. They didn't blow the whistle right away. After the shot was missed, the ball hit the floor, and then the whistle blew. So that's going to put Butler on the line to shoot 2 with 3:43 remaining. And it is Johan Traore, who coming into the game and not been shooting great free throws, but this one rims in and out.
Mullins has had a habit of being big in the first half and quiet in the second half. He scored all 13 of his points in the first half of this game from a half an hour away from his hometown of Greenfield, Indiana.
Traore's second one, good. 1 of 2, 74-63 UConn, 3:43 to go. Caravan will inbound. This is full court pressure now. Got to get it in. And Demery does get it in the right corner from Caravan. And he'll work it across the timeline against Oleagu. Demery out near the timeline, right-hand dribble. Right wing outside the arc. Gives it up in a high post to Reed. Gets a handoff and a foul call on a Oleagu. And that is the 5th team foul on Butler. UConn has 8 team fouls. Butler, meanwhile, not scored a field goal in the last 3:23. Caravan will inbound. And he gets it in to Demery. Got 20 seconds to shoot. Demery guarded by Oleagu Elabor. Right-hand dribble between the rings, straight on the basket. Starts back to his left, gives it to Mullins. Mullins steps into a 3, and no good. Back rim. Reed got knocked down. No foul call. On a run out of Jahe, attacking Caravan. Can't get the shot off. Kicks it back up front. Haywood for 3, and he hits. And so 74-66 with 3 minutes to go. 7 of 16 for 3 by Butler. They inbound the ball to Demery. Demery works across the timeline against Oleagu Elabor. Now he starts on the left sideline with a left-hand dribble. Gives it up to Reed, high post left, and hand off to Caravan. Spins off the screen, back to Reed. Reed makes the catch in the paint. Now he's got it to Mullins. Mullins goes to a fadeaway. Tough shot, he made it! On the left elbow from 10 feet away. Mullins, that's a big one. He's got 15. 76-66, 10-point lead. Oleagu Elabor across the timeline, left to right, picked up by Demery on a switch on the left wing. Looks to give it up, and he fires it right. Kaiser Jr., they want to work on Mullins. He attacks Mullins twice, 3 times, hooks him, missed the shot. Foul called. Who's it on? It's on Reed this time. Kaiser Jr. got away with a hook to get around Mullins, and then he got fouled.
And as Mike said that, he gave the hook on my right arm. Reed's been
That's
very
what I
good
saw.
today. Reed not only with the 16 points, 6 of 10 shooting, but 4 of 5 from the line, and he's played without foul trouble against this team that has really tried to pound the ball inside. And notably, too, Bizjack, their leading scorer, 19 points a game in Big East play, hurt that left wrist, has not come back in. So one of their big scorers is on the bench in the final 2+ minutes of this game.
Free throw missed by Kaiser Jr. UConn was second in the Big East in blocks, 5.5 a game. They got 6 tonight, and Reed's been a big part of that. And here's Kaiser Jr.'s second one goes in. 76-67, 2:04 to go. Caravan will inbound the ball in the backcourt, full court pressure, and he has to call a timeout. So Butler forces a timeout. And Huskies will talk it over. They had 2 timeouts before that one. I think it's going to be a 30. How'd you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? A lot of people do it. Go to syncmygame.com, syncmygame.com to find out how. So UConn got a big second half here, Wayne, from Terrace Reed, and they needed it. Huskies were led by 3 at halftime, but Reed went to work in the second. He's got 1 rebound away from a double-double. He's also got 7 assists.
Huskies have outscored Butler 35-29 in the second half. Hey, we should probably say hi to the folks driving home from Gamble who were at that 94-44 UConn women's win over Creighton, as they are probably checking us out on the way back after the blowout at Gamble.
Yeah, we've been on the river, right, tonight? 105.9.
Yes. Speaking of the river, I took a walk today, a 2.5-mile walk on the White River, which is all frozen over here in Indianapolis, but it was a 42-degree day. And on the way back, I walked by the NCAA headquarters. They're right here. The national headquarters are in Indianapolis. And by the way, the Final Four will be here, too.
I thought you were going to tell me you got a pair of ice skates and skated down the icy river listening to Joni Mitchell music. Now, they inbound the ball. Solo
You
ball.
turned me on. I'm a radio.
I've heard from both sides now.
Actually,
all right, here's ball, and he got
appropriate
fouled.
to be help me.
Ball got fouled. That's just the 5th team foul on Butler. We have 1:56 to go as UConn leaves 6th team foul. Correct that.
Foul is on Jamie Kaiser, the 6'5" sophomore guard.
1:56 to go. UConn by 9.
His 3rd.
And they get it into Demery in the backcourt to our right. Demery guarded by Oleagu Elabor. And Demery along the timeline gets a screen from Mullins. Hands to Reed. Starts a screen right from Reed all the way to the basket. Demery laid it in. Strong move by Silas. He's in double figures with 11.
Double-double.
And he has really come on in the second half. Here's Ajahe to the front court. One-on-one with Caravan. He attacks him. Tries to get a shot off. Can't do it. He fires it outside to Traore. He'll try a 3. Back rim no good. Loose ball and off of Butler. It'll be UConn basketball with 1:23 to go. All right, Caravan going to inbound the ball, baseline to our right. Mullins ball, Demery, Reed. It is 23 to go. Caravan gets it in the ball. Ball fouled immediately. One of the better free throw shooters in the Big East. 4th at 85.5%, and he'll go to the line to shoot 1-1.
And he now is UConn's best free throw shooter. 88% in Big East games, and had been Caravan. Alex has been slipping a little bit from the line the last couple of games, but what a game for Solo Ball. I got to think that Thad Monta's going to have some nightmares on him. 26 career high the first time these teams played, 22 tonight with a chance for 2 more here.
All right, Ball, and it came at a very appropriate time as UConn on the road against Butler. And he makes the first one. Now, Butler 9-4 in this building this year. They really haven't had as much of a home court advantage as they had in years past.
Solo has hit now 15 straight free throws. Did not go to the line Friday night at Madison Square Garden.
Thad Mata trying to win his 500th career game tonight. And Ball makes another free throw. UConn leading by 13, 80-67. Oleagu, front court right. Kicks over to Kaiser Jr. He's got Braylon Mullins on him. Shoots a 3 over Mullins, in and out. Rebound in the hands of Traore. Kick back to Haywood for 3, and he hits. So Haywood A 3-ball makes it 80-70 with under a minute to go. Caravan looking to get it in.
He's made 4 of their 8 made three-pointers in this game. 4 of 8.
Yeah, he's had a good night, that's for sure. Haywood with 12. They have 4 men in double figures.
That was a second chance basket, something UConn was able to do very often in the first half.
All right, Caravan on the baseline. 4 men lined up along the timeline at center court. UConn trying to shake loose. And Caravan gets it in to Demery. They double team him. They get it back to Caravan. Ahead to Ball. The ball knocked out of bounds by Butler. And UConn will have it with 52 seconds to go.
Haywood nearly got the steal on the sideline to UConn's left.
All right, Caravan inbound right to our right in the backcourt, and he gets it into Demery. Demery being chased by Kaiser Jr. into the front court, doesn't foul him. Demery with a left-hand dribble, final 40 seconds. Demery gets it to Mullins in the right corner. Mullins fires it left to Caravan. They got 10 to shoot. Now Ball turns and fires. It's short, and it's rebounded by Ajahe with 30 seconds to go. Ajahe ahead to Kaiser Jr. Out front to Traore. Now Oliago, jumper short, airballed out of bounds. Saved by Traore, back out front. Haywood over Mullins, 3 no good. Rebounded by Ajahe, blocked by Reed, and a loose ball comes to Reed. That'll do it. UConn will win at 80-70 over Butler in a hard-fought basketball game tonight here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Solo Ball, 24 points, 16 for Terrace Reed, and 15 for Braylon Mullins as UConn comes back from the loss at St. John's on Friday night to extend their record to 23-2.
Huskies really got some separation in the final 4 minutes, hitting 7 of the last 11 shots and holding Butler to 2 of their last 11 from the floor.
And Butler 11 of 28 in the second half, 39%, while UConn goes 15 for 28, almost 54%, ends up at 51% on the game, 30 for 59. They win the rebound battle by 7, 33-26.
And after all the talk after the St. John's game about turnovers, especially the 9 by Demery, Huskies had just 8 turnovers, by the way. So did Butler in this game. Demery ended up with 2 turnovers. I think they both came in the first half, but he had the double-double with 11 points and 10 assists, and 7 of his 10 assists came in the second half as the Huskies played so well, outscoring Butler after halftime 39-32.
Yeah, double-double, 11 points and 10 assists for Silas Demery.
Terrace Reed waving to some people in the crowd. You know, he's from St. Louis. I got to feel he's got some people up here, too.
All right, Solo Ball's going to go over and talk to the TNT people. And UConn wins it by a final 80-70. We'll try to get someone here on the postgame for us. But a good bounce back for UConn. And a game that, you come on the road, there's no guarantees. UConn scrapped and was able to get a 3-point lead at halftime and pull away by outscoring Butler 39-32 in the second half.
And Butler had a 6-point lead midway through the first half. They made UConn work going on a 13-2 run, but the Huskies able to rally back late in the first half and take that 3-point halftime lead.
Yeah, second chance points by UConn. That was a big number in this one as they outscored Butler 26-8. And that was a big part of winning the game. And Ball 6 of 12 from 3. And he was shooting confidently. He took 12 of his 14 shots from 3-point range in this game, but you don't mind when you're making 6 of 12.
Well, Solo Ball just had the number of Butler in 2 games this year. They usually bring a player over to us after a win, especially here we're courtside. I'm wondering if maybe the plan is going to be to get Solo to come over here, although I just saw the sports information director, Bobby Mullins, realize that we don't have a player here, and now he's upset trying to get somebody to bring somebody out. So you know what? Let's just get Solo over here when he's done doing the TV thing. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, Ball was tremendous in this game, and he's taking care of the TV side. Hopefully he'll be over here with us. But Terrace Reed, I thought, had a huge impact in that second half, Wayne. Ends up with 16 points, ends up with 10 rebounds, so a double-double for him. That was pretty big. 7 assists. He had 3 blocks. UConn with 7 blocks tonight. Good help defense, I think, in this game was one of the keys because early on, in the paint, Butler was dominant as they were scoring at will at the rim, and that was something they didn't do as well in the second half.
Reed, 11 of his 16 points came in the second half as he began to assert himself, had a dunk along the way, I've got unofficially 3 blocks in this game. He had one in the final seconds. I'm not sure if they counted that one or not, but nonetheless, his inside game, going along with the solo ball outside game, 6 of 12 from three-point range, and that big first half by Mullins, who had 13 in the first half, 2 in the second half. The homecoming for Braylon Mullins ended up being a success.
Yeah, let's credit the defense against Finley Bizjack and Michael Ajayi. The two of them combined for 11 points in this game. They were 4 of 16 from the field. Those are two guys that score a lot of points. Bizjack's the leading scorer in the Big East, and twice UConn has shut him down. I mean, credit Kamada Young, the associate head coach. He had the scout for this one. That was a big one. And it shows when you get it right and you can control the 2 best players on the opposition, you got a chance to win a game on the road.
Mike, the first time these teams played, it was the Big East opener for UConn. It was the second Big East game for Butler, but Bizjack was held to 7 points on 2 of 9 shooting, 1 of 5 from three-point range. And in Big East games since that time, he's been double figures or even some more impressive games. Last 2 games, he'd averaged 27 points a game. And as Mike just said, Bizjack pretty quiet in this one. 1 of 6 from the floor, missed an only 3-point attempt. He had just 5. And Ajayi